Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Melody Sharon, and I'm super excited to be here this afternoon and evening with you on Zoom as I will be sharing a LifeVantage overview about our products and opportunity. And I'm just delighted that those of you who are listening here live can be joining us. And I'm also excited for those of you who will be able to watch the recording with us later. So as we're getting started, I just want to let you know kind of an overview of what we will be talking about. We're going to be talking about our products and the science behind them. We're also going to be talking about our distribution model and how you can get paid to either offset the cost of your products or through making referrals, be able to have a side gig. We're also going to a bit about the timing of our company and how it's a new company and also the system for success. So super excited to have you all here with us. And just a little bit about me, as I mentioned, my name is Melody Sharon and I am a Pro 6 at LifeVantage. I have been with the company for just over 4 years now. And I'm super excited to be sharing this information with you because just about 4 years ago, this information was shared with me and it has drastically changed my life. I was dealing with some chronic health issues and was also struggling to have enough work and also was just dealing with some health issues for family members and loved ones. And so really was just on my knees praying for answers and solutions and learning about these products and that there was nothing else like them on the market. And the science behind how they worked got me super excited to actually start using something that was proven to be effective. And it also made me really want to share the information and bless others because since we had been on our knees praying for answers, I figured there are probably other people who have been too. And so as a result of saying yes and sharing this information with other people, we have been able to bless hundreds and hundreds of people's lives over time, and that's just been really, really exciting. So I'm just super excited to share more with you, and I want to thank you for taking the time to join. So as we dive into talking a bit more about the products, I think it's super important to talk about where we started as a company, and I think it's also super important to explain why these products are different because like I said, what really got me excited about them was that A, they were proven to work, and B, I was super excited that there was nothing else like it on the market because we had been trying so many different things without success. So it made sense that it was different and actually had a reason for that. So in sharing a bit about the history, I want to mention that there are some significant scientists. I'm just going to invite everyone to check to make sure they're muted because if you're not muted, sometimes there can be an echo. So I'm just going to check on that really quick. Okay, okay, everybody's muted now. I was like hearing myself talk and listening to an echo while I'm trying to also think of what I'm going to say next is not my favorite way of multitasking. So basically how this product was created and the science behind why it's so special is because there are several scientists that got together, and one of them is Dr. Joe McCord, and he has been known to be one of the fathers of free radical biology, and he was actually given an award for one of his discoveries of superoxide dismutase, which is basically a molecule in our body that is our own antioxidant. And so he was given this amazing award, which was also given to the Wright brothers for the discovery of flight, and Alexander Graham Bell, Marie Curie. So super significant people who have made contributions to the society in different areas. And so Dr. McCord was given this award for basically finding out that our body has a super antioxidant inside it. And he went on to then study it further. And what he noticed was that as we age, these natural internal antioxidants decline rapidly and things like oxidative stress start increasing. And so he devoted his life study and work into trying to find a way to help our body keep supporting these natural pathways and these natural processes to keep working. Because basically what he was recognizing is that our body's own internal defense mechanisms and our body's own internal antioxidants are far greater than any supplements that we could take. And so he basically wanted to find a way to help support our body for these natural good molecules to keep working instead of decline as we age. And so he did create a combination of 5 herbs that activate pathways in our genetics to help our body keep making SOD. And this product has been available since 2003. And studies were published, and one of them was actually showing how when you take this herbal product, because it's activating your body to make its own antioxidants and other good things, the study was showing that oxidative stress or free radical damage decreased by an average of 40% in 30 days for people between the age of 20 and 80 years old. And so when that article was published, it caught the attention of ABC Primetime, and in 2005, it led to an investigative report where they were basically thinking that this was snake oil, that you could help your body keep making its own antioxidants instead of supplementing them. And they actually went in with this reporter, John Quinones, and had him do his blood work. And if you haven't seen this news report, I would definitely recommend watching it, but I'll give you the spoiler alert. And basically, the outcome of that was when he had his blood work drawn, in 2 weeks' time, his oxidative stress reduced by 45%. So instead of revealing some scam and snake oil, he really, this news report validated what the scientists had been discovering. And what was crazy is that overnight, there were $5 million of orders that came in overnight, but this biotech scientific-based company really did not know how to respond to that. And so unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of success with getting things off the ground and getting the product into the hands of people because of supply and demand issues. But the good news was, because Dr. McCord had such a renowned reputation, peer-reviewed research was initiated at different universities and prestigious medical centers, leading to the point where we now have over 25 peer-reviewed studies on our branded herbal synergizer on PubMed.gov. And here in the right-hand corner, you can see a few of the places that have done research. And so because this product is so unique and these scientists really knew how to do the research, but did not really know how to help the company be successful or stay out of debt, they really were just looking for the right distribution model, because we had an amazing product, competitively priced, but people didn't understand what it was or how it was different, especially after they had forgotten about the ABC Primetime and it was just sitting on the shelves of stores with no education and nobody telling the story behind why it was different, why it was effective, and why everyone would benefit from it. And so in 2009, at a really critical point, our company was advised to find and use a better distribution model. And that's when we switched to network marketing or word of mouth advertising back in 2009. And at that point, our company grew from being a 9 million in sales to 200 million in sales every year. So it definitely was a better method, because they realized that basically customers are the ones who understand how this product works the best. And when they have an experience with it, they're even motivated even more to understand it. And what better people to talk about an amazing product than the people who are using it? So this method and distribution model basically just allowed the money to go back into the customer's hands instead of paying for a lot of advertising in other ways. So I just want to go over our three main Protandim products in detail. And in our Facebook groups, we have a lot more videos about them and different descriptions by doctors and so many great resources. But I want to take the time to highlight these three main products and how they address the three main theories of aging. So the first theory of aging is the free radical theory of aging, or the oxidative stress theory of aging, which basically is that as we get older, more and more oxidative stress increases in our body, which has been linked to over 200 diseases, and we'll get into that more later. But because Protandim Nerve 2 activates these super powerful antioxidants and helps our body keep working in the way that it has been designed to, it's incredible how we are able to combat the oxidative stress at a much more significant rate by an average of 40% in 30 days. So John Quinones had his oxidative stress reduced even greater than that in less time, but in the studies that have been done for people between the age of 20 and 80 years old, the average was a reduction of 40% in 30 days. And how it's doing that is by increasing the good enzymes like superoxide dismutase, catalase, glutathione, and these are all really good things that our body needs that we really can't supplement because our body is supposed to be making them. So we just want to help our body keep making them instead of declining as we age. And as I mentioned, there was a lot of research that began, and in 2016, a 10-year study was finished that was done by the National Institute of Aging, where they were basically studying how Protandim might affect lifespan. And what they found was that Protandim impacted the lifespan of male mice and increased the lifespan by 7%. So that's amazing. And when I mentioned that this is all natural and accomplished by herbs, that's exactly right. Herbs are the best thing for our body because they're natural, and it is really good because it's more of a nutraceutical instead of a drug. And basically, the scientists realized that if you use drugs, there's going to be side effects. So they wanted to use naturally occurring compounds. And what they found was that when these herbs were combined in the right amount, it activated our NRF2 pathway, which then regulates over 500 survival genes. And some of those survival genes are what is communicating to our body that it needs to keep making these positive enzymes. So what is oxidative stress, and why would we want to be reducing it? Well, on the left-hand side, we can see that oxidative stress is connected to pretty much everything. And there's research on PubMed.gov indicating that it is connected to so many harmful things that can happen down the road in our body. Well, for someone who eats healthy and lives a healthy lifestyle, sometimes it's easy to think, well, I'm fine. I don't need to reduce oxidative stress. But the reality is we all are having oxidative stress accumulate, and it's at about 20 years old that our body starts decreasing in its production of the good enzymes. So other things that can be causing oxidative stress is poor diet, side effects of medication, exercising too much or not enough, alcohol, exposure to toxins, and also things like EMFs with 4G, 5G, LTE, Wi-Fi. Even though we have benefits of our post-industrial revolution, we also have side effects with, pollution in the air and diesel fuel, jet fuel, like all of these things are building up and causing damage. So whether we feel the effects of oxidative stress or not, from a prevention standpoint and also from a proactive standpoint, it is a vital thing to be reducing our oxidative stress. And the reason for this is we live in a different world today. 100, 200 years ago, people weren't dealing with the poor food quality, the toxins in the environment, the fast food, like I said, diesel fuel, all of these things. So we need to be even more proactive about our health and recognize that even though we might not have a diagnosis or a specific issue, we do have side effects that we may be succumbing to without fully recognizing it until we actually start feeling better. So, as I mentioned before, this takes a totally different approach than just supplementation, because when you're supplementing, to get rid of the amount of oxidative stress that Protandim can, just one Protandim, it would be the equivalent of 375 oranges a day. Now, who can eat 375 oranges a day, let alone afford that much? Basically, the reason for that is because any food you eat or a supplement that you consume has more of a one-to-one ratio. And so it's just getting rid of one free radical for every antioxidant. But your body's super antioxidants have the ability to get rid of 1,000,000 free radicals per molecule. So it's just a much more effective method, and it's definitely a proactive thing and way that we can implement having a better life and better quality of life. So as I mentioned before, there's over 25 peer-reviewed studies on PubMed now. And so you can go to PubMed and see these journal articles, or at least the abstracts or summaries of them. But here we can just see some of the names of those articles where research has shown up, and also some of the universities that have done research as well. So these are credible places. And honestly, that is what got me excited about Protandim, because we had a cupboard full of things that we were trying to reduce inflammation and support health and vitality and improved quality of life. And when I went to PubMed.gov after learning about Protandim, I realized that there was no research on anything that we had been doing prior. And what we had been doing prior really wasn't working to accomplish the positive results that we were hoping to see. And so to me, it just made sense. Let's pause what we've been trying or experimenting with for over a year now, and let's just try something that's been proven to work and see how it benefits our life. And boy, oh boy, it has. So I'm excited to share more with you. But because this is such a novel approach and definitely takes a different angle than just supplementing, that's why we keep showing up in the news. And that's also why we have patents protecting our product, because we aren't supplementing or trying to give our body something that's missing. We're actually activating these protein pathways that have the ability to impact genes in such a positive way. And Washington State University said it best when they said NRF2 activation is one of the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthroughs in the history of medicine. Just want to read that again. Washington State University said NRF2 activation is one of the most extraordinary therapeutic, which means get well, and preventative breakthroughs in the history of medicine. I just want that to sink in for a minute, because this might be the first time that you're learning about NRF2 activation or activation in general, but that doesn't mean it's not important. It is very important, and it's very vital for our health, and how exciting to be learning about it today. So the second theory of aging is the mitochondrial theory of aging, and that has to do with aging that is associated to our body not being able to produce the energy that it needs in the mitochondria. So basically, the mitochondria are the energy factories of our body and cells. And when they are dysfunctioning or not working, our body does not have the energy that it needs. And so, in a way very similarly to how Protandim NRF2 works, Protandim NRF1 is just using different core ingredients that have a different outcome of impacting a different protein pathway that then regulates over 2,000 genes related to mitochondrial health. And so the benefits of this are increased cellular energy, which means your body is making more ATP. and that is supporting cellular health and repair and chromosome and integrity. It also is extremely beneficial for improving your sleep quality and REM cycle and cellular repair, as I already mentioned. But what are some of the benefits you'll see with this? Well, any of the high energy functioning organs really need ATP and good healthy mitochondria. So the fact that Protandim Nerf 1 helps our body make the energy that it needs, it really is so vital for our cognitive brain health and our cardiovascular system. So, as a society, we tend to be reaching for things like sugar, caffeine, energy drinks. We see people all the time at the checkout grabbing snacks or sugar or candy or coffee. And really, our body doesn't need any of that. It's just creating more of a addiction and dependence, and we get highs and then crashes. Our body isn't craving those things that it doesn't need. Our body is just wanting to work properly. And so when we can help our body work properly by supporting these pathways, that is when we feel energized and healthy without needing those stimulants. So it's super exciting. And now I'm going to talk about our third theory of aging, which is our Sirtuin theory of aging. And Sirtuin genes are super fascinating and super interesting. And if you're into science at all, you may have heard of Dr. David Sinclair. He's been working at Harvard for years now, studying Sirtuin genes and how they are related to longevity and anti-aging. And basically, what researchers have been finding is that for our Sirtuin genes to be healthy, we need to have NAD. And so this Protandim uses the key ingredients that activate our body to make its own NAD, which is vital because with some of the science and research that is out there, people are supplementing NAD, but when it's a molecule that your body is supposed to make, it's not very bioavailable, or it's not usable by the body to take something that your body is supposed to be making. So when you can activate your body to make the NAD that it needs, this will support the health of our longevity or Sirtuin genes. It also supports autophagy, which is the removal of cellular waste, which can help a lot with metabolism, and it's just really exciting. If you do research on autophagy, that's definitely something we can all benefit from. But what I personally have really noticed benefits from is improved mental focus and concentration, supporting positive mood and motivation, a boost of mental and physical energy, and also a maintaining level of, well, I don't know that I've felt this, but cholesterol levels are maintained and in a healthy range too. So that's awesome. So when it comes to taking these products, I always recommend the use of the Tri-Synergizer because of how they work together. They're all supporting different genes. They're all supporting different protein pathways that regulate genes, which then support our body's health and vitality and longevity. And not just because I'm saying that this combo is a great way to start, but also because of the research showing that this has a incredible synergy when you're activating all these pathways together. And so research has been done showing that yes, they do all work individually, but they all work better together, which is super exciting. So here at LifeVantage, we have a really exciting product line. We don't have a catalog with hundreds or thousands of products, but we basically have super clean, non-GMO, all natural, no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners or flavors, clean biohacking activating products. So we have over here on our left, our Pet Tandem, which is our Protandim for puppies. We have our anti-aging trifecta, which I just shared about. We also have good, clean, traceable omegas. We have probiotics that don't get destroyed by the stomach acid, which I love. We have protein, we have prebiotic, we have fat burn, which targets visceral fat. We have our Nerf 2 Smart Energy drink, which is a super clean, vegan, nootropic, brain focus and cognitive function drink, which is amazing because neuroscientists and research are finding all the time that this really helps to support our neurological system. And we also have Nerf 2 Non-Toxic Beauty, which these products have been stemmed and developed based on our activation concept, specifically with our Nerf 2 technology primarily. And so some studies that were done by Louisiana State University on how Protandim Nerf 2 positively impacted skin tumors, that was what led to the development of our anti-aging True Science line. And then further studies that developed, and the fact that people started using the skincare on their scalp and things like that led to the development of our non-toxic, super clean Nerf 2 activated shampoo, conditioner, and scalp serum. So I don't have time to go into all of these products in great depth, but I would invite you to join our biohacking Facebook community where you can learn more about these individual products. And also, I would invite you to get back to the person who invited you to this Zoom or to watch this video, because they have a website where you can read more about the products as well. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen here really quickly. And I'm going to invite, if now is a good time, Rachel, is it good now? Okay, awesome. I'm going to invite my friend Rachel, who's recently joined the team, which is so fun. She's going to share her story. And so Rachel, thank you so much for being here with your son, Jonathan, and super excited to hear you share.
Hello.
Hello.
Jonathan says hello too. Hi, everyone. I might be a little bit interrupted here, but anyway, my name is Rachel. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been a nurse for about 5 years, and I've really enjoyed this career and helping people. But since I've had my son, I've wanted something more flexible where I could be with him more, yet still help people and still educate people on health. So basically, I've been taking the products for a while, and I really liked how they made me feel, and they just made life more enjoyable. And so I have thought of many people that I could share it with, and I wanted to benefit them. So my friend Melody, when we were talking a few months ago, shared with me the business side of the products and how I could get involved sharing them more. So I did choose to join and jump into this, and I've already found many people that are interested and excited. And basically, it allows me to be more flexible, to be with my son more, and keep doing the things that I like with helping people and sharing healthy alternatives and ways to activate our energy in our body naturally. I've also just enjoyed working with the amazing team members, and the whole experience has been great. I love having more energy, sleeping better, thinking clearer. And I was just going to share that the products that I take that have helped me the most are the Tri-Synergizer, which is the 3 pills that Melody spoke about today for mental energy and in making your mitochondria more effective, and also the one for mental energy and the one for inflammation, the first one that was targeting the oxidative stress more or less. So those 3 have really benefited me. I take those every month, as well as the probiotic. I used to have really a lot of difficulty with that, with my digestion and stuff, and that has really helped me with bloating, gas, weight loss, as well as the Axio, which is the drink that helps with your brain function, improving brain function. So they're all amazing products, but those are my favorites.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Rachel. And I love how you're just able to do this with Jonathan right there. It was so cute to see him come on and say hi to everyone. So thank you for
Yeah.
sharing, and I'm glad that you're part of the team. It's been super fun working with you and helping other people with their health too. So I'm just gonna pop on here and share my screen again. And that way we can just wrap up here. And thank you so much again for sharing. So, as Rachel said, she has been using the products for a while, and I've been using the products now for over 4 years now. And so whenever we share this information, we're always happy for people to be customers and use the products and get the health benefits. And so we all, or distributors, have a website where you can purchase the products, and customers and distributors are all able to take advantage of wholesale pricing by getting started with a subscription. And the subscription just allows you to get the best price, which for Protandim specifically, since that was what was sold on the shelves of stores, it's actually the same price that it was when it was in GNC and Rite Aid and all of those places. So with the subscription order, you can get the best price possible and then just adjust your orders every month based on what you're using and what products you want to try. So that's super great. I know I use a very similar set of products, just like what Rachel talked about. I use the Tri-Synergizer every day, the probiotic and the Axio, but then things like the skincare and the hair care, they usually end up lasting for several months. So it's nice to be able to adjust what comes every month. So as I mentioned, we're always happy for people to have the health benefits and experience the products for themselves and just shop through our website. But we also are super excited for people to join our team in sharing this information with others. And so when people see the value for sharing our products with other people or have an interest in starting a side business, there are 3 main packages that you can choose from to get started with our company. And so we have the silver, gold, and platinum pack. They all have different combination of products, but they have a savings in the package so that you're actually getting more product than what you're spending. And it's really great because the gold and platinum packs do have an all access event ticket for our global convention, which is once a year. And that ticket is about a $200 value. So it's really nice to be able to get that ticket for free. So I'm just kind of going to explain here briefly a little bit about how our distribution model works, because I think it's really helpful for people to understand how they can either get their products paid for through sharing them with other people, or what it would look like to have a side business. So basically, when it comes to making money, we have ways that we get paid weekly and we have ways that we get paid monthly. And I have some videos that explain those really well, but I'm going to focus on talking about one of the ways that we get paid weekly, and that is through our Smart Start bonus. So if you have under 100 in volume, you will not get paid if someone shops through your website. But if you have a personal order between 100 and 199, you get paid 30% Smart Start bonus. And when you have over 200 in personal volume, you get paid 40% Smart Start bonus. So what that looks like when distributors are joining, when somebody starts with a silver pack and then they have 3 people join at a silver pack, they would earn $300 US. When someone starts with a gold pack and then has 3 distributors join at a gold pack, for example, they would earn $600. And when someone starts at a platinum pack and then has 3 people join at a platinum pack, that would be $1,200. So these are all just examples of what it would look like. But basically, we just get sold the 30 to 40% anytime that product is being sold. So it's based on how much product is being sold. And this is another example of that, because these are different amounts of products and how much you can earn when you're qualified for the 40% Smart Start. So if you're selling just one bottle of Protandim, that would be $16 with the Smart Start bonus. The Protandim 1 and 2, 40% of that would be $32. And then all three, the Tri-Synergizer, each time you refer someone to purchase that from your website, as long as you're qualified with the 40%, that would be $40. So that's just one of the ways that we get paid, but we do have videos that explain the compensation further for people who want to understand that more. But it's really awesome because this creates a really great side gig, because you can have a laptop lifestyle with being able to work from anywhere, where you can do social sharing. We use Facebook groups and different resources for people to be able to learn more about our products from anywhere, online, more or less. And so there's no physical locations, assets, or inventory. Because the products are the same price for everyone, we don't stockpile in our homes and then drive around delivering them. We just can take advantage of free shipping with subscription orders, and the products can get shipped directly to our customers through the online shopping portal, which is awesome. And so I just want to share a few highlights about our company and why it's really an exciting time, and also why you may not have heard of LifeVantage before. So as far as timing goes, we're a really young company, and 99.95% of the US and Canada have never joined the company. And in the past 8 years, there has been a 60% increase in wellness sales, because people are realizing that that's really important and a priority. And on PubMed, there are over 220 studies published on oxidative stress and why you might want to make sure you're reducing that. So the fact that we have the most potent and effective way of naturally reducing oxidative stress is going to be a solution for a lot of people and the issues that they're having. And our company is really young, so we haven't gone through the major growth of momentum. So it is an exciting time to get involved when we haven't gone through that growth phase yet. So here's just a few really great updates and things that are exciting to know. So our CEO, Darren Jensen, is on the board of directors for the Direct Selling Association. So he's a really credible leader and somebody who is highly respected even outside of our company. We also have announced multiple times over the last year really good reports with the growth of our company. In March, we launched into Spain. In April, we received another award for being one of the best places to work for the 3rd year in running. In May, we launched into Ireland, and in May, we also announced that Erin Brockovich has joined our board of directors, which is super exciting because she's been watching our company for a while and is really an incredible person to be joining the team. And we also received a Stevie Award for our scalp serum, which is amazing with how it supports the health of the hair follicle. And in June, we launched into Belgium. And in July, we were added to the Russell's 3000 index. And in July, we celebrated our 10-year anniversary in Kansas City. And then in August, we announced another great report for the growth of our company. And in October, we launched another flagship product. And in November, we opened in New Zealand. And in January, we announced free shipping for all subscription orders in the US, and also some free shipping options for other countries as well. On January 9th, we rang the closing bell at the NASDAQ, and our stock is continuing to climb. So just a lot of really exciting things happening in our company right now. we also are continuing to grow into more and more countries, which is super exciting because we all either know people in those countries, or maybe we know people who know people in those countries. So I know for myself, it's been really fun and exciting to grow into Europe and Asia and different markets where we're able to be helping even more people with their health and with our incredible products. So because we are a publicly traded company, we do have to keep our numbers transparent so that everyone can actually see the real numbers of what people are earning. And as far as the business side goes and referring these products, we do have a really great team for support and help through the process, but it does take work, and it is individual, the results that people have. So the Pro 3s in our company make an average of $600 per month. And this is called the foundational rank in our company because this is where people can be paying for their own products and also probably paying a few bills. And this is also why one of the reasons we call this the foundational rank is also because a lot of homes and families are $500 a month away from a financial crisis. And there's a lot of research that shows that $500 a month extra can relieve a lot of stress in the budget and just create a lot more, just create a lot of help for people. And I know that that's where it was for me. I'm going to share my story here in a little bit, but I also want to highlight the rank of Premier Pro 5 because this is a really exciting rank in the company where once you're a Pro 5 and qualify, the company actually flies you out for a weekend retreat in Park City, Utah for a lot of fun and learning and team building. And when I went to that event, it was really, really special and really awesome and a really positive experience. And I got to meet some people there who had actually been at the very top of other network marketing companies, and they decided to rebuild and start at zero again with LifeVantage. And they just shared that they were so impressed that a company would choose to invest back into their leaders at that low of a level, which is amazing. But Pro 5 is usually where it creates a lot more options for people to maybe be able to bring a spouse home to be with their kids, or a really great way to build a bigger shovel so that they can get out of debt, or definitely cover mortgages and things like that. So it's really significant how much that can change people's lives. And then the Elite Pro 7 rank is a really exciting rank because that's when you can tap into one of the components of our compensation planning plan, which is where you tap into global profit sharing. And so at Elite Pro 7, the average monthly income is around $12,000. And so that's often really an income where people have even more choices for freedom in their life and working in the way that they want, when they want, and where they want, with a lot more flexibility, which is awesome. So I'll just share a little bit about my story here. Now, I'm currently a Pro 6 with LifeVantage. As I mentioned at the beginning, I've been involved for just over 4 years. And when I first saw this information, I was excited about the products. But it was also a time in my life where I had graduated from college, but was honestly struggling to find enough work in order to pay all our bills. My husband was in grad school. And so because I wasn't getting enough work as a dental hygienist, I was also babysitting and cleaning houses. And so when this information came across our path as an answer to prayer and in such a timely way, I honestly felt like God was just giving me something that was like the solution for our health needs, but also something that could be another side gig to help me be a little bit more outward focused in helping people, but also having a way to support us and reduce stress in our financial needs. And so when I started, my goal was to reach between Pro 3 and Pro 4 because I was like, if I could just like go grocery shopping and not be stressed about paying for groceries, or go to the gas pump and not be stressed about filling up with gas to drive to my jobs and things like that, it would be so helpful. And so when I first started, I honestly did not necessarily see myself being where I am today. But as I've shared with more and more people, I've realized I can't stop helping people with something that's this good, that has the potential and is changing people's lives in such a positive way. And so I've just consistently kept sharing the information, and we have an amazing team that's growing. And it ended up being such a big blessing because when we moved out to Washington for my husband's job, my license as a dental hygienist would not transfer to this state. And so I would have actually had to go back to school to retake all my boards to be able to work here. So I honestly just love knowing that God is in control, and knew that this would happen where we would move out here even before I knew that. And He allowed something to be provided for us, which has turned out to be a way better fit than the career I chose. And it's something that I can do from anywhere, and I don't have to be restricted by different rules and regulations and licensure and things like that, and really be able to have even greater impact in people's health and lives than I could as a dental hygienist. So it's just really exciting to be part of. It does take a lot of work, but it's super fun to be working with fun people like Rachel and so many others on our team, and just making a positive impact. So I just hope that both of our stories can be encouraging to you in whatever way you would like to get started, whether it's as a customer or as a team member. I know when it comes to thinking about doing the business, sometimes a big question is, can I do this? It's very normal to just question that and evaluate, is this something that could actually work for me? And I want to let you know that we do have a lot of great resources. So we have a training called The Code, which all distributors can have access to. And the focus of that is to create opportunity and develop entrepreneurs. And it's a simple step-by-step system, which is really a great way to just get started on the right foot. We also have access to our private biohacking community, which is a great way to learn and understand more about our products. And we also have a Facebook support community for our team as well. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to learn more about this. And I just would invite you to get back to the person who invited you and let them know if you need more information about anything, or how you see yourself getting involved, whether it's as a customer or becoming part of the team. So thank you so much for joining us here this evening. And I want to thank you, Rachel, for sharing too.